All right, chat. It's time. 2004 called and they said they want their radio show back.
Wbrp.
Hello, and welcome to the show. It's time for Wbrp here on twitch.tv/Colin M. Parker. That's twitch.tv/Colin M. Parker. Today, we've got a special one. Typically, we just put out the call for everyone to send in their songs, but today I said, I feel like we're having some interesting moments here where some folks are giving themselves challenges every single time. Like a new song in a new language every single time. Or what's the worst song I've heard recently? So today we put out the bat signal for all of your songs from 2004. Now, does the radio sometimes get a little conflicting? And it is therefore 2003? Well, who's to really say? But today we've got some tracks for you. We've got 10 songs sent in by the fans and then 5 Colin songs from 2004. And I think that we're all going to really enjoy all of these. We've got a absolutely stacked playlist here, so I think it's time for all of us to get in the comments and give some accolades to these great songs from the early 2000s. Let's get to it, shall we? Whoa! Congratulations, everyone. You've made it. It is Friday, the 22nd of May, 2026, sorry, but maybe it's 2004. All right, let's cut. Let's go back to the beginning. No. Can you imagine if I made you sit through that minute and a half intro again? Welcome in, YouTube. We are here to talk about some songs. First up, we have a song that I think is this the small contribution? I'm going to double check real quick before I actually open my mouth. This is from It's a Small World. This first one is from a band called Diren Grey. Diren Grey. D-I-R space E-N space Grey. And the song is called The Final. And it goes a little something like this. Okay, so I feel like I shouldn't be too surprised by Small sending in something that is Japanese. But considering it's called Withering to Death, Diren Grey, a lot of this to me, I was like, so it's going to be some sort of like German like metal band or something like that. And like the intro has all sorts of crazy stuff happening all over the place here. Like a mix of like almost like a harpsichord type sounding keyboard type thing, then electronic music, and then some of these heavier guitars. And Small and Mini are both absolutely losing their minds over this one. So this seems like this was a peak 2004 for many of us. Fish, why are you so surprised by that? Surely by now we know this. Surely by now we know. Well, there you go. Fish got in here just in time to try to dunk on Small, I guess. I don't know. You never know. You just never know with that Fish guy. You know, probably should cancel him. Up next. Oh gosh, hang on. Who submitted this one? You'd think I would have written this down. Normally I do write this stuff down. I just did not. Oh, this one's from Fish. Wow, Fish got here just in time for his song. Of course. He knew. He felt it in the force. Internal homophobic behavior. So up next is a song by Seether. I hardly know her. And Amy Lee. And this song is Broken. I remember this one. It is divorced dad vibes. There's a little bit of like, the Spider-Man film hero, not the Foo Fighters hero. They'll hold out for a hero. It's got a little bit of that kind of vibe. It's also like, for a song that was this big, if this will make sense, I was shocked as to how slow it was for it to get this much attention. You know what I mean? I feel like this was the first big ballad that was like an alternative song that I remember hitting it big. I mean, there may have been one or two before then that I just had kind of forgotten about, but I feel like this was one of those ones where I was like, whoa, I'm not used to this genre having such like a slower song that kind of got big. Fun fact, my mom and I have sang this in the car together since I learned the words around the same age. I suppose that would be pretty impressive. I was 13, so I feel like if I was like, Mom, look, I know all the lyrics, she'd be like, okay, you should know how to speak by now, so go. And I'm like, all right, well, thanks. She would never be that mean. Sorry, not to cut in again, but I kind of realized too, there's a little bit of me that almost feels like there's a little bit of a precursor to Ruby as well. Does anyone else get that kind of vibe? Maybe it's just me, I don't know. But it does have that kind of, the way that we kind of get into that genre once that show starts premiering on roosterteeth.com. RIP. I feel like we have kind of a similar vibe to some extent. Well, there you go. That's peak Fish right there. So up next, this one comes to us from Terry Godmother. Hang on 1 second. I'm going to do a quick little shout out. Love a good Terran stream. Love any kind of piece of content that's got Terran involved in it. And so therefore, we are all very blessed to have a song from Terran today, which is the song Which to Bury, Us or the Hatchet by Relient K.
I think you know what I'm getting at. I find it so upsetting that the memories that you select, they keep the bad but the good you just forget. And even though I'm angry, I can still say I know my heart will break the day when you peel out and drive away. I can't believe this happening all this time. I never thought that all we had would be all for naught. No, I don't hate you, don't wanna fight you. Now I'll always love you, but right now I just don't like you. No, I don't hate you, don't wanna fight you. No, I'll always love you, but right now I just don't like you. 'Cause you took this too far. Don't you dare think twice. With your instincts along with some bad advice, this didn't turn out the way I thought it would at all. You blame me, but some of this is still your fault. I tried to move you, but you just wouldn't budge. I tried to hold your hand, but you'd rather hold your grudge. I think you know what I'm getting at. You say goodbye and I just don't want you regretting that. No, I don't hate you, don't wanna fight you.
While Taryn is posting her religious trauma for a second in chat, I will say it's like, I do remember this song. I think that everyone probably knows the song Be My Escape, which is from the same album that was released in 2004. And in fact, it is their most listened to song of all time. Like, and it's not even close. Like, it's, I think, at least 3 or 4 times the next number. This album was like their biggest one for sure. Their other stuff I don't think really ever quite got as large. But this song and Be My Escape and Who I Am Hates Who I Have Been are kind of like the big hits, I think, of this album.
Took this too far.
This is the part that I remember way more than the other part. The fact that it goes into this like little breakdown here. And this is where I do feel like you can tell the religious experiences here, you know? This does feel like the contemporary service, you know? The 9 a.m. service before the 11 o'clock. God is good all the time. Now, hang on, I'll wait. I'll let the song end. Now, you know who also loved to chat? Was Jesus Christ. And when you think about it, 2004 is a perfect number because it doesn't matter if it's 2000 or 4 people standing in front of him. He will break the bread, he will break the fish, and he will feed all through the word of our Lord. Let's bow our heads and pray. Okay. And if that's not, I can't even think of anything funny to say after that. That's one of my favorite things. I love to do like a Southern Baptist like church speech, but specifically whenever it's in Sid's chat, not in my own. Because I think it's funnier if I type it than if I'm actively trying to do it. Religious trauma. Universal religious trauma. There we go. The M in Colin M. Parker stands for my grandfather was a pastor. There you go. Okay, up next is a song from Minnie, and I think we definitely all know this one. This one also got a lot of radio play. This is If I Ain't Got You by Alicia Keys. And here it goes.
Some people live for the fortune. Some people live just for the fame. Some people live for the power, yeah. Some people
Speaking of church,
just to play the game. Some people think that the physical things define what's within, and I've been there before, but that life's a bore so full of the superficial. And some people want it.
Sid is joking about slow dance at the school dance. Yes, of course. I will say, from a personal experience, I did do a slow dance to this, and I had a teacher do the classic, made sure that there was a ruler of space and was like, let's leave room for Jesus. And I was like, all right, well, this is a public school. I don't know if you could talk about Jesus, but sure.
Some people search for a fountain. The promise is forever young. You know, some people need 3 dozen roses, and that's the only way to prove you love them. Hand me the world on a silver platter, and what good would it be with no one to share, with no one who truly cares for me? Some people want it all, but I don't want nothing at all. If it ain't you, baby, if I ain't got it, you, baby. Some people want diamond rings, some just want everything, but everything means nothing if I ain't got you. Some people want it all, but I don't want nothing at all. If it ain't you, baby, if I ain't got you, baby. Some people want diamond rings, some just
This is an amazing chat, so I have to read this one out. I always sing this in the shower, pretending I'm in the rain in a dramatic romance movie. That is very real. I've definitely been there before. Sometimes you got to put on your powerful music to go through the drama and work through the inner workings of your mind.
this whole wide world don't mean a thing if I ain't got you with me, baby.
It's just so funny to me that Minnie chose this song, because this is for sure what Anapa is always saying to like, Christian and Joe and me and stuff, he's like, if I ain't got you. Anyway, moving on. So this is funny to me is that like, I had some songs in my back pocket for like, just in case, we didn't have enough songs for today. But what is funny is that then I messaged Sid and was like, hey, do you have a 2004 song? And I had one of two songs from this album ready to go. And sure enough, Sid did not disappoint. Sid hit me with the song that was one of the two. And I was like, of course. Thank you. Thank you for having me. Right. This is from the 2004 album Hot Fuss. And it's The Killers with Somebody Told Me. Oh, wait. Oh, sorry. Wait. I'm so sorry. I'm ahead of myself. We forgot to give a thing. Dramatic rain shower song. There we go. I'm so sorry. That is on me. I really buried the lead there on this song. Anyway, now we've got Somebody Told Me by The Killers. I didn't forget me. I did straight up mute my mic so that I could actively sing along to this one. This is for sure a classic. This one was one that had people on the dance floor losing their mind. You play this at a wedding, white people gonna lose their mind. This one and Mr. Brightside, of course, people are gonna, get down. Also, like that classic like disco beat for the chorus is like so sick. What a great song. The Killers, great band. Here's the end. Man, what a great song. So what do we put on this one? Classic angst, kicks ass in all caps, best bassline in Fortnite Festival. Wish that game wasn't using AI. They make me mad. Killer classic. Dance Floor Killer. These ex-Mormons go crazy. Hang on now. That is pretty good. Yeah. There's a lot of bands that I think a lot of people don't know are either religious or were like formerly religious or whatever, you know? I think that kind of thing is more like prevalent than most people know. It's also one of those things where like you have no idea how many people did not know that Relient K was a religious band. Like it is amazing to me how long it took people to recognize that. Which I think is kind of crazy because I don't think they necessarily hit it either, but like they don't say straight up in the song, like, you know, oh, my ever loving Father God, you know, like I give my life to thee for saving my sins. You know, it's like they don't say it quite like that, you know. So I do get the idea that some people could misinterpret some stuff or not fully get what we're doing there. But uh-oh. What just happened? How in the world did this just... Okay. That was very peculiar. I don't know what happened there, but I think we're fixed. So we move on. But I was very glad to see that we still added in the Killers, because again, I was going to put them in if no one else did. That was so weird. What happened there? Well, thank you again to Small, to Fish, to Minnie, to Sid, and to Taryn for the first 5. Up next, we've got another 5 coming from folks. This first one comes to us from Alex, and this is a song called Come Here by Interpol.
It's way too late to be this locked inside ourselves. The trouble is that you're in love with someone else. It should be me, or it should be me. Sacred parts, your getaways. You come along on summer days, tenderly, tastefully. So may we make time, try find somebody else. This place is mine. Set the day. You know exactly how I feel. I have my doubts, little girl. I'm in love with something real. It could be me that's changing.
So I will say, I don't remember what song it is. The only Interpol song that I know of is from the album that came out before this one. I just don't know which song it is from it. I want to say it might be like Leif Erikson or potentially, because like that just sounds familiar, but obviously that's also a name that I think a lot of us know. But there was something on this first list that went in like the soundtrack to something, I think maybe Obstacle 1, it's possible. But that's all I really know about this band. Is like 1, maybe 2 songs. But I'm digging this. I feel like I might need to get into them more.
So may we make
Okay. Up next, this one comes to us from basically all of chat, but then also Maggie. This is the one that got us on a little tangent for a little while about singles and, when albums actually come out versus when things are supposed to be released and like radio play and all that other stuff, how pop music can get a little confusing at times. But this is a song that, again, gets the people moving, gets the people grooving. You know her, you love her. It's Britney, bitch, and it's toxic.
Baby, can't you see I'm calling? A guy like you should wear a warning. It's dangerous, I'm falling. There's no escape, I can't wait. I need a hit, baby, give me it. You're dangerous, I'm loving it. Too high, can't come down. Losing my head, spinning round and round. Do you feel me now? Ooh, the taste of your lips, I'm all around. You're toxic, I'm slipping under. Taste of a poison paradise. I'm addicted to you. Don't you know that you're toxic? And I love what you do. Don't you know that you're toxic?
I will say, our band back when we had one, loved to do always on every set list there was one cover of a female artist forever. Just because it was fun. I would not have been surprised if we had eventually done this song. This to me has some classic bits that we would have really gotten into. And trying to force Alex to play a ska version of this would have been possibly torture for him.
Ooh, the taste of your lips, I'm all around. You're toxic, I'm slipping under. Taste of a poison paradise. I'm addicted to you. Don't you know that you're toxic? And I love what you do. Don't you know that you're toxic? Don't you know that you're toxic?
That's sick.
Taste of your lips, I'm unaware. You're toxic, I'm slipping under. Taste of a poison paradise. I'm addicted to you. Don't you know that you're toxic? Taste of your lips, I'm all around. You're toxic, I'm slipping toxic. Taste of a poison paradise. I'm addicted to you. Don't you know that you're toxic? Intoxicate me now with your loving now. I think I'm ready now. I think I'm ready now. Intoxicate me now with your loving now. I think I'm ready now.
There you go. Again, another classic. So this is a song that for sure I remember playing at like every school dance from 2004 all the way until I graduated. Like this was like in the mix for like a good like 4 or 5 years, right? Max and I had a really good convo about this song and one of her others when we were doing the switcheroo with Jamie. Max. Oh, Max from wow. I'm not gonna lie. I have not thought about Max in forever. Yeah, Max Newell. Whoa. That weird little flash from the past there, I feel like. They were just playing it at prom 2 weekends ago when we were chaperoning. That's crazy. That's how you know that but that's also how you know that, like, that thing where like we were raised on our parents' music. You can tell now that the kids of today are still being raised on like our music now. Which does not make me feel any better or any younger. Anyway, this is Yeah.
Peace up, A-Town down. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Usher, Usher, Lil Jon. Let's go.
In the club with my homies, tryna get a little VI. Keep it down on the low key. You should know how it is. I saw the shorty, she was checking up on me. From the game, she was spitting in my ear. You would think that she knew me. Decided to cheat. Conversation got heavy. She had me feeling like she's ready to blow.
Watch out.
She saying, come get me. So I got up and followed her to the floor. She said, baby, let's go. When I told her, I said, shorty got down, she said, come and get me. I got so caught up, forgot she told me. Her be my girl, she be the best of me. Next thing I knew, she was all up on me screaming. So she's all up in my head now. Got me thinking that it might be a good idea to take her with me. She's ready to leave.
Well, let's go.
But I gotta keep it real now. Cause on the 1 to 10, she's a certified 20. But that just ain't me. Hey, cause I know if I take that chance, she swears it's gonna leave. But what I do is the way she dance makes shawty alright for me. The way she I'm like, yeah, just work that out for me. She asked for one more dance, and I'm like, yeah, how the hell am I supposed to leave? And I said, yeah. Shawty got down, said, come and get me.
I've been transported to a school gym where I'm trying to impress my crush with my slick moves. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, how the hell am I supposed to leave? Yeah, there you go. Like that's what I'm telling you, man. These are classics. I genuinely don't think I've ever heard this song in its entirety. That is pretty funny. I think I've only ever heard it in its entirety at school dances because the radio version oh wait, stop.
These women all on the prowl. If you hold the head steady, I'ma melt the cow. And forget about game, I'ma spit the truth. I won't stop till I get them in their birthday suits. So give me the rhythm and it'll be off with their clothes. Then bend over to the front and touch your toes. I left the jag and I took the rolls. If they ain't cutting, then I put them on foot patrol. How you like me now when my pinkies valued over 300,000? Let's drink, you the one to please. Ludacris fill cups like double D. Me and Usher once more and we leaves them dead. We want a lady in the street, but a freak in the bed that say,
Real talk. Ludacris went fucking nuts on that one. Like that feature is, in my opinion, one of the best of all time. It is so funny. I mean, if nothing else, the way that he says, in the club looking so conspicuous is so damn funny. That and his feature on Justin Bieber's Baby, yeah. But yeah, no, this is such a classic. It is something that transports me to, to another time. It is, where'd it go? Anyway, this was definitely, yeah, man. Whew, there's some weird nostalgia here. And like, I have memories now of people from like school that like I have not thought of in years. I mean, like at this point, over 20 years, because like I remember middle school dance and like I remember this song coming on. That's just what a wild little feeling or thought that even is. Okay, up next, we've got another song. I think definitely everyone knows this one, or at least I would imagine they would. This is actually a cover of a 1984 song, which is perfect for now, right? But this is No Doubt with It's My Life.
It's funny how I find myself in love with you.
again, you want to talk about like a good like bass line? This song has one for sure. Great strings on this one as well. It is crazy that Gwen Stefani became such a loser and such a terrible person. Because like, she used to make absolute bangers. She played great. Honestly, I think once she went solo, her career started to really, like, I think that people hyped her up too much from her No Doubt days. And they were kind of looking through rose-colored glasses because like things just got worse and worse and worse. But like, this era of No Doubt was so good. Great song. Oh, I miss you, Gwen Stefani. R.I.P. Wish you hadn't died. Okay. Then finally, last one of like for lack of a better term, like the regular tracks. Let's get to a literal breakaway performance by Kelly Clarkson in Breakaway.
What could be, and if I'd end up happy, I would pray, trying hard to reach out, but when I tried to speak out, felt like no one could hear me, wanted to belong here, but something felt so wrong here, so I prayed I could break.
I think that there is a strong chance that this is the last time that America voted together and voted for what was the best thing for America. I think that this was the last time that we were all together on the same side after the towers fell. And I feel like that sounds like it's a joke, but it's not. I think that like once the towers fell, I feel like that really did create a brand new America and like not for the better. And this was just a brief moment where for a split second, it felt like we were all kind of like reaching across the aisle to some extent and like really coming together. And we made Kelly Clarkson, the one. And we had this and then everything. Unfortunately, Kelly Clarkson, I think, was just not enough to save this nation. which is a shame. Which is a damn shame. I mean, in a way, Emily, it's both. It's both.
Take a risk, take a chance, make a change, and break away. Buildings with 100 floors, swinging around revolving doors. Maybe I don't know where they'll take me, but gotta keep moving on, fly away, break away. I spread my wings and I'll learn how to fly. Though it's not easy to tell you goodbye. Gotta take a risk, take a chance, make a change, and break away. Out of the darkness and into the
Something that I think is really cool is that typically you would have the call be the more important part of something and the response to be the background. I really like the gotta take a risk, take a chance, make a change. The call is the background part and the response is actually the main melody. A very cool thing that I don't think I've really ever heard in any other piece of music. Maybe one of the coolest parts about this piece of music as well. Man, we used to be a real nation, you know? We used to have it all. Okay, up next for the last set list, I've got a couple of songs that you've definitely never heard of, which maybe we'll start with those just so we end on something that people know. But then we'll have a couple songs that I think a lot of people are going to forget was from 2004. And I don't know if my mom is still in chat, but one of them I think is going to be somewhat relevant to her, not fully. I think she'll be disappointed when she's like, "This is what you're saying is related to me," but she'll love why. Okay, so up first, we have seen them recently in a couple of our playlists here, and it's a band that like I know some people have been kind of like on the fence about, but this was probably like their heyday. Was like the early 2000s, maybe mid 2000s. And that band is Big D and the Kids Table. There were a number of songs that I considered playing. Like I considered playing a song that is maybe one of their top played songs, which is a song that is titled Little Bitch. But that is also a cover of a 1980s song. It might be from like 1979, actually. I think it's either the late 70s or early 80s, from the second wave of ska, by a band called The Specials. But instead I went for another one that I do really, really like, and it's called Bender. So we're going to go with Bender by Big D and the Kids Table.
I'm going on a bender this weekend. I'm gonna get real drunk. I'm not gonna be able to speak and I'll pass out on my floor. I won't be able to answer the door. I'm going on a bender this weekend. I'm gonna get real drunk. I'm not gonna be able to speak and I'll pass out on my floor. I won't be able to answer the door. And she said, you only like me because I take you away from her. Well, that's alright, she said, you only like me because I take you away from her. Well, that's alright, she said, you only like me because I take you away from her. And with his hands in the air, the only one in the crowd, got up, got moving when he heard the sound. When the music fits, it fits and just feels right. No need to worry never when you're in the night. His hands in the air, the only one in the crowd, got up, got moving when he heard the sound. When the music fits, it fits and just going on a bender this weekend. I'm gonna get real drunk. I'm not gonna be able
Yeah, man, that chorus is stupid fun. It shouldn't be that fun, but it is. Also, really complicated thing too, especially in some of the news that's been happening today on the internet. The phrase of she said, you only like me because I take you away from her is a fascinating one because it's both it's a multi-layered statement, I think. But I don't know, man. I think that this is such a fun little tune. I know it's not necessarily the world's greatest lyrics or even vocals, but this is a jam in my opinion. Like this part. Gotta get moving, got moving when he heard the sound.
When the music fits, it fits, it just feels right. No need to worry, worry never when you're in the night. His hands in the air, the only one in the crowd. Got moving when he heard the sound. When the music fits, it fits, it just feels right.
Oh wait.
Nothing but all to lose. She's got nothing but all to lose. Which is nothing at all to lose. Which is nothing at all to lose. Yeah. I'm going on a bender this weekend.
I also will say, I really think that Big D and the Kids Table has always had some really fun horn parts. They are, of all of the third wave bands, have like the most adjacent to second wave to me. I feel like they're like a nice little bridge of the genres. Shag carpet. Yeah, man. Good song. Anyway, that's Bender. I just really, really love that chorus. Because with his hands in the air, the only one in the crowd, got up, got moving when he heard the sound. When the music fits, it fits and just feels right. Like, no need to worry never when you're in the night. Like, that is such a good lyric that, to me, that's a bar. And I'm shaking my whole desk, my bad. Anyway, that's Bender by Big D and the Kids Table. Up next is another ska song, and then again, we'll get into the ones that I think everyone will know. And this is a song called ASAOK by Less Than Jake, and this one, I regret to inform you, does kind of fucking rip, so here it goes. It's a fast one, so get ready. Anyway, that is ASAOK. It has like a little intro that kind of reminds me of like Carousel by Blink-182. But then basically it's just the same. The second verse, same as the first, right? It's this song is for everyone that said I was programmed, hardwired, that I'd self-destruct. They'd say I was destined to always be desperate. They'd say I was destined to always fuck up. And I was voted the first one to crumble and break. I'd never have a chance, the biggest waste. But now I'm the one who's laughing last because you're the one that keeps looking back. You're the one that's fading away. And like, this is a classic song of like, I got out of my town and I said that I was going to, but people used to be like, oh, you're always going to be, stuck at home. You're never going to amount to anything. And then they were a big band. They were famous. And the people that were hating on them, well, they were too busy blocking out the haters until they made a song and dunked on them. Anyway, this is where we start getting into the territory of, I think you'll know this, maybe you won't. I think you'll definitely know the band. This band was, I think, larger before this album. I think they're obviously still big, but like their names aren't necessarily a household name anymore, maybe. But you guys might all remember a little band by the name of Jimmy Eat World. And actually, you know what's crazy? The album I'm about to play from is literally up on my wall right now. Like by pure happenstance. I put this up on Monday. What are the chances that we would end up on this? That is pretty nuts. So here is the song Futures from the album Futures, that's up on my wall, by Jimmy Eat World. So like, yeah, Jimmy Eat World is just a band where like, I really think that they are, again, like just such a classic. This was a very good follow-up, in my opinion, to the album Bleed American, which was a 2001 album. This was 2004. This is three years later. Futures has some absolute all-time bangers on it, including especially the opening title track. It has, again, like I think a lot of great songs can kind of have multiple meanings, or rather that you can pull multiple meanings sometimes. Futures is just, I don't know, one of the ones that always makes me feel really good about things, and about just like, I don't know, trying to move forward. And also a reminder to like kind of, stay on top of whatever, because like, I don't know, I know this is gonna be a little cynical, but like the next line is literally, hey now, the past is told by those who win. And so I always think about the fact that like, I don't want to be like, this is gonna sound weird because I know I'm a loser, but like I'm not a loser, if that makes sense, I do want to, in many ways, always be a winner. And when you've got a community and friends and family the way that I do, I know that pretty much at any point that I am like richer, maybe not necessarily monetarily, but like I am quite rich. I'm definitely a winner in these categories. And I don't know. I really like this song. It both inspires me and makes me kind of want to dance a little bit. So, Jimmy Eat World, thank you. And this riff rules. God, that is such a good riff. God, Jimmy Eat World's so good. I wish they were better live. They did also recently just play a live show in an Arby's, which I sent to Az to be like, hey, look, our worlds are colliding. Up next, we had the last two songs of the night. These are songs that I think you are all very much aware of. And I think everyone's going to be like, how could I possibly have forgotten that this was 2004? Let's start with the possibly of the two, the one that I think people are going to know. They'll go, this was 2004. This is My Chemical Romance, though. And if you know the song, you'll know it. There's a lot of great songs from this album, but I think this is the one that everyone for sure knows. And that is I'm Not Okay, I Promise. In my youth, this song and Helena were two of the songs that I played a lot, like in my headphones, like when I was like, oh, I'm feeling the angst, like the teenage angst was really taking over. This song and Helena were the two songs that I was just absolutely blasting in my headphones. This was for sure like I already put it up there, but this was definitely my it's not just a phase, mom kind of thing. Yeah, what a absolute banger of a song. Both, like, I really had a hard time picking between Helena and this song. I think Helena actually might technically be more famous, but also at the same time, like recently, I feel like this song has really had a second surge. So this felt right. And also with everything that's going on in the world right now, I feel like we all feel this way a little bit, right?
Me.
I'm not okay. I'm not okay. Well, I'm not okay. I'm not fucking okay. I'm not okay.
God. Also, those last harmonies are like stupid good. I'm going to literally play the last like 10 seconds here. Hang on. I went back a little too far, but here it is. Hang on. I once again muted. But you know what I'm a little shocked about that no one offered up for 2004? Just for a brief moment, if you can. I know a lot of people in 2004 were like 7 or 8 years old. But for any of us that were like, I don't know, 10 to 15 or maybe even older, let's think for just a brief moment as to where we were. Where were we, like physically as ourselves, but also where were we as a nation, right? Who was in charge? What was happening? What was the message that many people needed to say? And it's even more relevant to this day. It's even more relevant to this day when you talk about public office. Because if you want to talk about 2004, to me, I don't know if it gets any more 2004 than this. On September 21st, this one goes out to my mom because that was her birthday, and that's when this album hit. It's Crazy Frog. No, I'm kidding. It's American Idiot.
Don't wanna be an American idiot. Don't want a nation under the new media. Hey, can you hear the sound of hysteria? The subliminal mindfuck America. Welcome to a new kind of tension all across the alien nation. Everything isn't meant to be okay. Television dreams of tomorrow. We're not the ones I'm meant to follow. Though that's enough to argue. Well, maybe I'm the faggot America. I'm not a part of a redneck agenda. Now everybody to the propaganda and sing along to the age of paranoia. Welcome to a new kind of tension.
I mean, again, like I know that like, you know, pop punk and everything like that is not necessarily for everyone, but I felt like when this song came out, it was everywhere and you kind of couldn't avoid it. It was in video games, it was in movies, it was in everything. And of course they had to be really careful because there's a lot of messages in here that a lot of places do not want to broadcast or share. A lot of stuff gets censored. There was a lot of clean versions of this song and like Holiday and all that other stuff. But this album was gigantic. And like a total game changer for Green Day as well. Because they went away from the classic pop punk sound that they had and changed it up just enough where it was still very clearly them, but they also got into this like rock opera genre. And then they tried to do it again and they couldn't, because once you have an absolute classic, you know what I mean? Like this song really put America on the map. Is very, very funny. I think it's just one of those things where this was a song that I think was the first radicalizing song of our generation. I think this was one of the first times where, like, as a kid, I was like, oh wait, politics is like actually way more important than I think I've been told it is, you know? Anyway, I'm going to put that as the thing, though. This song put America on the map, because that is very funny. Oh, wow. Look at that. I timed that perfectly with the ad break as well. The song ended and there's the ad break. Well, everyone, though, that is 2004 in a nutshell. Again, just to kind of go back over all the songs that we played today, just for those playing at home, we had The Final by Diren Grey. We had Broken by Seether / Amy Lee. We had Which to Bury, Us or the Hatchet by Relient K. We had If I Ain't Got You by Alicia Keys. Somebody Told Me by The Killers. Come Here by Interpol. Toxic by Britney Spears. Yeah by Usher, Lil Jon, and Ludacris. It's My Life by No Doubt. Breakaway by Kelly Clarkson. Bender by Big D and the Kids Table. ASA OK by Less Than Jake. Futures by Jimmy Eat World. I'm Not Okay, I Promise by My Chemical Romance. And American Idiot by Green Day. That is 15 songs, and probably, I mean, you know, even though some of these songs are pop, even within the pop genre, we still had a lot of subgenres in there. You know, there's a little bit of country, a little bit of rock and roll, even some like kind of 80s. I don't even know what to call It's My Life, the original. But like a cover of like a very 80s tune. So you know, you got a little bit of everything. Some ska, some pop punk, some punk, some J-rock. So there's just a lot of stuff going on there. But I really enjoy doing this show. The next one will be in June. And I would love to know, you don't have to say it now. You can say it in the Discord if you want, or, you know, just sort of think on it. But I liked the concept of kind of having a challenge here of saying, hey, let's all try and aim for like one specific thing, even though it still gave us obviously a very wide range. I knew that there would still be many genres, but I liked having a thing where we were kind of all going for the same bit, because then also it didn't necessarily feel like anyone was competing, you know? Because this is not a competition. It's just to have some good tunes, some good jams, and some good conversations here in the chat. But I will probably, honestly, I mean, unless anyone's like, I hated any of these songs, because of the way that this one was, I think that all 15 of these songs are going to end up in the fan favorites playlist. You know, if you disagree with that, you can let me know. But I think at the very least 13 or so of them will end up in there. But that does it for this one. Thank you for tuning in to Wbrp, because that is the way that the track fades. I did not hit the button.